Many times I'm asked, what should we do to transmit to our children a feeling for the Rebbe, to remember, to know, to live with it? And I always think that in my own life, I don't remember being spoken to about the Rebbe. I just remember the example that my parents and my siblings set for me without even realizing that they were doing it, simply because this was the way they were. This is what life was for them. Talking about my dearest sister, Kenny, I remember very vividly when she became a Kala. My brother Zalman was also a Chassan, and my brother was getting married in Kislev, and my father wanted my sister to get married in Adar, and the Frierdiker Rebbe said no, she should also get married in Kislev. And so the very unusual thing happened that one Sunday my brother got married in New York, and the following Sunday my sister got married in Pittsburgh. Now the day of my brother's chasana in New York, we were all there obviously, and we all went in on Yechidus to the Frierdiker Rebbe. That was my only Yechidus with the Rebbe. I was about 11 years old at the time. So I remember it quite vividly. We were standing in a semicircle. My father was leaning on the Rebbe's desk towards the Rebbe. As the Rebbe spoke, my father repeated word for word what the Rebbe said. And Kenny, the Kala, was standing on a side. After my father finished, when the Rebbe finished speaking and my father finished repeating word for word what the Rebbe said, the Rebbe motioned with his finger for Kenny to come closer to him. And then he spoke directly to her. I didn't understand what he said, but when we came out of Yechidus, her excitement and her joy were undescribable. She kept saying, I understood every word by myself. I understood every word by myself. She didn't need my father to repeat the words to her. And the Rebbe had spoken to her about the Kluginker, about the Eitzahara. In those days, the girls that were getting married were not covering their hair properly, were not putting on sheitlach. She had already ordered her sheitl. She was already expecting it. And the Rebbe was talking to her about that she shouldn't listen to the Kluginker, and she should be one of those that will, of course, be covering her hair properly. But what made the impression on me was her excitement about having understood herself when the Rebbe spoke to her and not needing an interpreter, not needing someone to help her.